Hello and welcome once again to the channel on this fine day here in the UK. I've not been around for a couple of weeks because I've had the dreaded lurgy. There's a lot of bugs and viruses going around, and I seem to have had one or two of them. Anyway, we're back on the channel and I've had a question or a couple of questions asked me about focus track. A guy just bought a new Mini 4 Pro, and that's what I've come out to do this test with today. All about focus track. A few tips and tricks for you. So if you don't know how it works, then this video's for you. Let's do this. So we've got the Mini 4 up in the air at the moment. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you some settings on the screen and just let you know exactly what's going on. We'll just start the screen recording. There we go. So the first thing you need to do is set up focus track. If you go into control and you see your focus track settings just here. Now before there used to be something called subject scanning. That's not in the menus anymore since this new focus track feature was introduced. So basically you can select, as you can see just here, person or vehicle, and then you can set your outer circle and inner circle distances and the inner radiuses and outer radiuses, as you can see just there, the inner height, the outer height. And basically the question that I got asked was, let me just move the drone out of the way. There we go. So basically one of the questions that I got asked was, he touched the icon on screen, which is this one just here, and it basically went into focus track enabled mode, and as you can see it's not doing anything. So I'm just going to drop the drone round, drop it down and face it towards me. We'll start recording. And as you can see, when you then select focus track, it's already showing you that there's a plus sign because I've set it to person, and so it's actually seeing me as a subject. If we just drop it down a little bit more, bring the gimbal up, make it a little bit more clearer, and as you can see now on screen there's a plus that's come on screen. If I tap that plus, it then opens the menu down at the bottom. So you've got spotlight, point of interest and active track, and it defaults to spotlight all the time. Okay, so if I was to then start to move left or right, that's now doing a spotlight on me. If I can take the drone up as I'm going round, and it basically keeps you in focus all the time, and that's the spotlight mode. If I get rid of that by clicking the cross and we take focus track off, another thing that you can do is you can draw a box around yourself, and that enables focus track again. But this time because I've selected a box, what you can actually do is you can actually move the drone, and because I've lowered it down, what it's done now, it's selected a locator pin, and that will now, when I do the spotlight, that will now focus on that locator pin all the time. It'll keep me in the frame, that position all the time. Okay, so that's the quick spotlight feature that comes with the Mini 4 Pro, and obviously the Air 3, the Air 3S, any type of drone that's got this feature on it. So that's basically spotlight. Another thing that you can do is if you click onto focus track using the icon once again and select me, You can do obviously point of interest. Now you have to be careful when you're using point of interest, because once I move this arrow, it will just do a point of interest. That means it would do a circle around me. Now this didn't used to happen with point of interest. This was a new feature that DJI brought in. Point of interest was always on the drones. What you used to do is select it and then press go. But now, as soon as you move that arrow, if I go to the opposite way, there's nothing to select to tell it to go, but there is a stop feature. So if I stop it now, and to get it moving again, you give it point of interest. You see, it's just telling me to stop. It's not doing anything else. So, like I say, if I move that, as you can see, it's doing the point of interest. You can increase the height once you're in point of interest. Just wait for it to come round, and then we'll stop it somewhere near the front of me. So that's spotlight, that's point of interest. And then the next option, once you're in focus track mode, is obviously active track, and that then brings up the wheel on the left hand side, as you can see. So if I start to move now, that should start to follow me, which it is doing. I'm actually in manual mode. I'll just enable the backup recording on the mic, as if I walk away from the camera. So that's now in manual mode. What you can also do is stop it, go into active track and choose parallel, and that should now follow me from the side, as it's doing now. So these are all the features that are built in to focus track mode, and I'll just sort of come out and do a short video for those of you that don't know about the focus track mode. We'll just click stop. What you do have to remember is to disable that cross once you're focused on yourself or any other object. Now what I'm going to do, there's a church over yonder. I'm going to show you what to do if you want to just focus on a building or something like that. Let's bring the gimbal up. I'm not going to fly too far towards it. You can just see it in the distance. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to zoom in so we can see the church, and I'm going to draw a box around the church, and I want to keep it into spotlight mode. Okay, and if I just move to the right or to the left until we get that locator pin using the right hand joystick, it will change in a minute. Let's go up slightly. There we go. Now we've got the locator pin, as you can see on screen, and now what I can do is I can spotlight around. I can go to the right, as I'm doing now. I can push up, and that will keep that church, because it's on a locator pin, that will keep that church in the centre. And I think this is an absolutely fantastic feature on the Mini 4 Pro. Okay, we'll just hit the cross, take that back out, and what we'll do is we'll do a quick return to home.
Return to home.
So that's it in a nutshell. That's basically on its way back to me now. As you can see on the screen, we've got that green AR flashing away, telling us where to go. So that's the focus track. That's all you need to do. Some of you probably know exactly what it's all about, but for those new flyers, the beginners, they might not know what the focus track is. And like I said, I did have a couple of comments left which I did put up earlier in the video, and that's exactly how to do it. So hope you've got some use out of the video and you found it informative, and if you have, as always, don't forget, give us the old thumbs up. And if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. I'm sure you know me by now. And you might like to watch those couple of videos I've chosen for you over there, and if you do, I shall see you over there. Thanks for watching. Here comes the Mini 4 Pro. We'll see you in the next one.